Hey everybody, it's Tony G. Do I really need to say that anymore? Tony G. You guys know who I am. Anyway, I wanna talk about the words we use and how powerful they can be. God bless, it's hot in here. And that's something I've struggled with myself. I tend to be extremely honest, not even thinking about anyone's particular situation. And I've learned to filter it a little bit, calm down a little bit. But I want to tell you a quick story. This is what kind of sparked the message today. I met this girl once, no need for names, and I noticed that she wasn't big on the makeup. She's very pretty, just not a whole lot of, I never really seen her with makeup on, to be honest with you. I might have seen a picture of her here and there with some makeup on, maybe at a wedding or something, I don't know. Just not a whole lot of makeup. And so one day, the curiosity got the best of me, and I decided to ask her why she didn't wear makeup. And I was surprised at her reply. She told me that she dated a guy, and here's the crazy part. This was a guy she dated years ago. And apparently he used to beat her, which is sad. But he told her that every pretty girl's burden is to be beaten. And apparently these words stuck with her. And still affects her everyday life. Some creep said to her years ago is still stuck in her head, and she believes it, apparently. So the point is, we gotta be, and I know coming from me, this is gonna sound a little weird, but we gotta be very careful with the words we speak to people, because whether you want to believe it or not, they have an effect. And as part of the reason why I do these videos is because I try, for the most part, to encourage people through my words. Words are super powerful, whether you want to believe it or not. I once had a friend tell me, he said, listen man, I love your honesty, but not everybody else does. I can handle it. I can deal with it. Most people don't want to hear it. And his words changed my thinking. So just pay attention to your words and remember that your words can really affect a person's life. And not in a negative way. Words can be extremely encouraging. And if there's anyone out there right now that's listening to my words, if you have something that was said to you years ago, months ago, days ago, that has really changed the way you think in a negative way about yourself, I love my mother. I miss my mother. She said something to me when I was very young, and I don't think she meant it, but she called me useless one day. Let me tell you something. That stuck with me for a long time. Eventually I got over it, and I realized I'm not useless, but it came from my mother, and that's another thing to keep in mind. Depending on who the words are coming from really has an impact. So if there's something that was said to you in your past that hurt, and it's still affecting you to this day, I want to encourage you to throw it away. Just get rid of it. Start fresh. Take those negative words that were spoken to you and just throw them away. They have no power over you anymore. All right? Be encouraged. Use encouraging words. Remember the encouraging words. Forget the negatives. Remember, guys, I love you. So is Jesus. Peace.